This meeting will come to order. Roll call. Tom Rosser, I'm here.
Andrew Benjamin here.
Herschel, we're gonna try and reach him, or
Herschel is he has a 1:30 follow-up on his back surgery, and he's going to text me when that's done, and we'll try and get him on the phone. He knows he can listen in but not vote. I believe that's correct, right?
Okay. Approval of minutes. Last minutes were distributed. Any corrections? Anything on that? Minutes stand approved.
Oh, no, we need
No.
a motion.
No. Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 2. Discussion and possible action regarding an update from Home Finance Authority Executive Director.
This will be exceptionally quick. You all have a copy of this, but our approved lender list has grown to almost 2 full pages. Not every one of those lenders is active in the county, and some of them, like you'll see several guaranteed rates. That's because they have lots of different DBAs that they do business as. But the list continues to grow. I think that's a good thing, and volume wise, for the last probably 6 months, at least the last 3 months, you all have this first page in front of you, but we're still on track to do $31 million. That's our rolling 12-month average. If you look on the right side of that over here, you'll see that October and December were our 2 biggest months last year. If that trend holds true, we'll go even further north of the 31 million. Delinquency, we continue to have 0% delinquency. Last night in the town hall meeting, all the questions were about the jail, except one person said, I want to talk to the housing authority. And she said, why is the minimum credit score 640? When I was a young person, I had around a 580 and I bought my first house. Is there any way you can lower the credit score? And my answer was, they've already lowered it once, but I'm willing to go back to US Bank and see what we can do. And I mean, Tom, being a lender, you can back this up. Hopefully, when you have 0% delinquencies over 24 months, I told them last night that accounts for 2 things: our economy's doing well, and we may be too tough on our underwriting standards.
Right. Things
are going to happen. So, with you all's permission, I'm at least going to run up the flagpole with US Bank to see if a lowering of the credit score is a low loan to value. But if there's some way to do that, I mean, how often do you run into under 640s now, Tom?
Frequently.
So,
yeah, and that's the borrower that's looking for down payment assistance most.
And probably the one that needs it the most.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I will visit with US Bank with you all's permission, and we may not be able to do anything about that, but I would like to at least find out if it's possible.
I would give permission to do that.
Yeah.
Well, how did it go when you dropped 660 to 640? Was that a difficult? I'd imagine that was the last drop.
It was the last drop. From 620 to 659, we've done 0 conventionals and 0 governments. From 660 to 699, we've done 0 conventionals and 15 governments out of the 142 that we've done. So roughly 10% fall in that category.
Okay.
Great question. So that is it for my report. I mean, continuing to be busy. When I took my 9-day trip to Yellowstone and Tetons and Jackson Hole, I took a computer and a scanner with me, and luckily had just enough internet availability that we didn't miss any funding. So it worked. That's it on my report, unless you all have questions.
I have one more. How do you connect with this list? You send them a daily rate sheet, or Mark sends them a daily rate sheet?
That's something that I want to work on doing. There's not enough connection to answer your question. You have to go in and grab it. And
They go onto the e-housing website.
Yeah.
The lender portal, and that's how they.
But I would like to automate. You know, you're used to getting your rates every morning from Gateway. I'd like to automate, if e-housing can do it, where they do that, and if not, we'll figure out a way to do it on our own.
Yep, just
The more we touch
reminder.
them, the more business we're going to do. I will work on that.
Thank you. Anything further on item number 2? We don't have to do a motion. We're going to number 3. Discussion and possible action regarding an award to reallocate American ARPA affordable housing project funds.
Trustees, this one is me. At our last meeting, you directed us to prepare an RFP due to a project that was going to be unable to fulfill their timeline. We solicited those RFPs. They were posted on the county's website. They were also sent out to a number of housing stakeholders. We received 5 responses back. Every one of our other original awardees submitted, as well as 1 new project. I've tabulated kind of the evaluations, and I think just given kind of the timeline and things that we're under, I would recommend awarding 1, no more than 2 projects. It's not a lot of money to begin with, but the way that the rankings turned out was Urban League scored the highest, followed by the We Are Society, Mr. Singers, Alley's Inn, and then the Community Action Agency. I have those tabulated scores beside me that I just penciled in, if you'd like to see them.
What do we have to give?
$250,000.
I think I read Urban League was asking.
Yeah, everybody asked for the full amount. Urban League was one of our original awardees. They were the very first ones to complete their first project. So I have no issues or reservations. Yeah, with them. I think they had a fantastic proposal. We know they performed well last time. They've abided by all of our covenants and were very timely and responsive.
And I concur with that. There's not going to be this is the second chance. There's not going to be a third chance. If we don't use the money, it's going to have to be remitted back. And I would feel very bad if someone was in the middle of the project and had just part of their draw and we get to tell them you can't have the rest, your time's running.
Yeah, I think that was in some of my notes that you saw, Jared, just like, project is good, can they complete it on time? So I think that brought up some concerns in some of the projects. So if we feel confident that they'll be able to spend the money by the deadline, I think that that's fine to just leave it to them.
Make a motion to award that 250 to the Urban League.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time reviewing the RFPs as well.
Thank you.
It was just one of the RFPs was over 100 pages. So you guys had to really dig through some stuff. Thanks for doing that.
Number 4, we are going to recess. We're going over here again. We're going this way this time. You guys.
You need to call
Motion.
motion to executive session.
I call a motion to go into an executive session.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you want me to come with you?
People were super lovely, so we had a good time.
All the Michigan fans that were sitting around us were all, one guy with a little bit of, he had too much to drink. The rest of them were.
You should have guessed on the one I went to. I went to the Husker game this weekend. Michigan beat us.
Oh, you were there?
I was in Lincoln. My dad's a huge Husker.
Man, you should have brought me.
I will.
Would you have let me wear my Michigan outfit?
He would not have.
Okay, then, yeah, that's why I did that.
We got done with that game and he said, we're driving home. And I said, what? It's like 6 o'clock. We drove all the way back to Oklahoma City.
He was
He
upset.
was very mad about that. Okay, we're reconvening.
Need a motion.
Oh. Motion to reconvene.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We are now reconvened. No real action from our executive session. We're gonna put some paperwork together. We're gonna get it to you. We're gonna meet at the next one.
Okay.
That is the end of our citizens.
Just one board comment. As you all know, the county is contributing a fair amount of money to each deal we do. And Mark and I had a discussion prior to the meeting. I think now that we've become a habit and maybe a first choice because of the VPA and the rate, at some point next year, the board may want to think about slowly edging back on our contribution. You know, if we edge back a quarter, it's going to be an eighth on the rate. It's not going to make a difference to whether you can originate a deal as a lender or not. But just something to think about that we might want to look at next year is some slow edging back on the contribution, which would result in an eighth or a quarter increase in the rate. We'd still be very, very competitive, I think, compared to the OHFA dream. Would you concur with that?
Oh, yeah, y'all are doing such great volume, but it's expensive. Subsidize each loan 3% per loan, right? So just want to make sure y'all have some powder dry for down the road. But it certainly worked wonderfully for your program. You've done great volume, better than any local HFA that you see around the country. So congratulations, continued success. But yeah, it might be wise to try to pull it back a little bit because we can still be attractive rate wise and just kind of wean off the assistance subsidy you're providing right now for the program.
Okay. How much subsidy are we providing right now?
3%. Less whatever your fee is, so 285.
And we're certainly not in any danger of running out of money even at our current volume, but it makes sense to think about that just for the future to get back to slowly back to a revenue neutral position for the county.
Yep.
That's it.
Any other board comments? We are adjourned.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Motion and
Make
second.
A motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Yes. Getting better at that. Come on.